welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Sophie. Foundation Fridays are back officially, and today we're doing a review, demo, and wear test on the NYX Cosmetics Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. This foundation is fairly new, and it is a collaboration with NYX Cosmetics and a YouTuber named Alyssa Ashley. I do follow her and have been following her for a while. So I was excited when this collection came out. I'm so excited to try it. I've heard some great things, and you know, it's supposed to be really great for oily skin girls, and you know that is my jam because I'm an oily skin girl and I love doing foundation reviews. Let's just hop on the website and just see what claims this foundation has. The NYX Cosmetics website wasn't loading up, so I'm just gonna hop on the Ulta website. It's supposed to be a lightweight, waterproof, pigmented AF, full coverage foundation. It looks like it's a comfortable liquid formula. It comes in 45 shades and it's supposed to last up to 24 hours. It also is supposed to be a matte finish. This foundation is supposed to control shine, mattify your complexion all day long. A foundation that's actually suitable for normal, oily, and combination skin as well as sensitive skin types. I have the shade Cinnamon, and I think this foundation is $15. NYX Cosmetics is a drugstore brand. Even though it's well known, it is drugstore and it's usually been pretty affordable. $15 isn't too bad, but it better perform worth the $15 because that's a little bit pricey for the drugstore. But nowadays it is pretty normal that that price range is what we see in the drugstores. So we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna prime my face and I'm gonna be using my Hard Candy Sheer Envy Mattifying Primer. This is supposed to mattify and control shine as well. I do use this often, so I am gonna pretty much go along with my normal routine. So the only variable in this we have is the foundation. So I do like to apply this in my T-zone, and then whatever is left over, I do spread it across my face. Alright, and as usual, you guys know if you've watched my videos that I like to try on the foundation using, applying one side with a sponge, and this one is dirty because I did use this foundation before, and the other side with a brush. First impression, I love the packaging. It's a nice glass bottle. It kind of reminds me of the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour foundation, which has been my holy grail foundation for the entire summer basically. And I really like this packaging. It does come with a pump, which I love as well because you just can't go wrong with the pump. It's the easiest way to apply your foundation. So I'm just gonna pump some onto my palette here, and I'm gonna go in with about 2 pumps just to start off. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply the foundation with my sponge on this side. And let's just check out the coverage. Already, that is really good coverage. I think that it's doing a good job so far. It does go on pretty smooth. It's easy to blend out. As you can see, I'm not really putting too much effort into it. And also, it's a thick formula. It is liquidy, but it's thick. Like, when it pumps out, it's thick. And then you apply it, it is a liquidy formula. There's the foundation. As you can see, this shade actually matches me really well. I was pleasantly surprised to be able to find something that matched me pretty perfectly. It's usually hard, as us brown girls know, or us women and men of color know, that it's hard to find your foundation shade sometimes because a lot of foundations don't have the range for us to be able to find the shade. Either too light, too dark, too red, too yellow, too peach. It's nothing in the middle. And I think they did such a great job with this foundation that, I mean, it's pretty flawless. I mean, look at that coverage. I do have some texture on my skin and I do have some acne scars, so it is pretty important for me to find a full coverage foundation because I do like to have a flawless face. There's the first coat, and I didn't use all of it. It is some more foundation's still on there, so that's probably about a pump or maybe half a pump that I used on this side of my face, as well as even with a sponge, sometimes the coverage is a little bit sheer, but I think it still provided the same amount of coverage that I would expect with the brush. So let's just go right in and test that out. I'm going to be using a flat top kabuki brush. This is from a brush set from Amazon. It's the BS Small round face brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that with my brush and see how I like the finish. I mean, look at that coverage. It covered up that pigmentation that I have on my cheeks. I usually struggle with that, and canceling out any redness on my face as well. A lot of times I do have some redness around my nose. That's just how it goes, and so I do struggle with redness as well as hyperpigmentation. Sometimes I do color correct, but for the purpose of this video I didn't want to. I just wanted to go ahead and just test out the foundation and see exactly what kind of claims it has and what it actually needs. I actually like both applications. It's rare that I like both. A lot of times I like the sponge just because it just kind of feels like it presses it into your skin a little bit more, but I do like the brush because it is quick to blend out foundation. This was very quick because I didn't have to work that hard to blend this out. So far I do like the coverage. I don't see a difference currently on which side has more coverage. I don't know if you guys see any difference, but so far right now I feel like both sides have a pretty good amount of coverage. Maybe the brush side has a tad bit more just because normally the beauty sponge does sheer out the foundation. So I would say if I had to say which side, it would be the brush side, but they're both basically on the same level. I'm really liking the foundation. It feels really light. It did dry down. It's not tacky at all, and it does have a little bit of a transfer, if you can see. That's just from my first touch onto my face, but it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel cakey. It doesn't look cakey. It kind of looks just like my skin. I mean, I could basically go out just like this without putting anything else on my face. But I am going to finish up my face, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I finished my full face, and here's the look. If you guys want to see this look, go check it out on my Instagram. I will have a short tutorial on this eyeshadow look. I did use my Shayla X ColourPop Perception palette. The foundation actually is looking really good. Everything layered on top flawlessly without any problems. There was no patchiness or anything like that. I am really loving how the foundation looks. It doesn't feel cakey still. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look bad. Like, I'm not mad at it. It looks really good. This is my first impression, and I'm actually really feeling this foundation. So we're going to do a wear test. I'm going to check back with you guys at the end of the night. I used to do it where I would check back in between the day, but to be honest, at the end of the night, it's just as good as the review. So we're gonna just go about our day, and then I'll be right back to give you guys my full first impression. Right now, the current time is 3 o'clock. Can you guys see that? It's 3 o'clock. So I'll be back at the end of the night, and we can see how this foundation does. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is my check-in. It's been about, I think it's just a little under 12 hours. It's currently 2:10 right now, if you guys can see that. I put on the foundation a little bit before 3 o'clock. I know when we finished up the whole face and we were going to go on with our day, it was 3 o'clock. The foundation held up pretty well. If you have oily skin, I'm not sure if you can go without blotting or touching up your face, because I think it's pretty greasy. It's not as bad as usually. My eyelids definitely are greasy, like they're pretty much like smudging up and everything's just ready to come on. I do want to test out to see if I can blot and just touch up and then go about my day. if I were to wear the foundation for 24 hours. Just as a refresher, the foundation we're reviewing again is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and this is the full coverage foundation. I have the shade Cinnamon, and so let's just go ahead. I'm just using some regular blotting sheets. It's like a comfortable oily. It doesn't feel super greasy on my face, and it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look sloppy or anything. So it's still maintainable. I think I would wear this. I would touch up or blot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. There you go. That's the rest of my face. And let's see if we can just powder. I'm just taking my Coty Airspun loose powder that I usually use. That actually looks pretty good. I mean, I could just go out just like that without having to do anything else to my face. The foundation looks really good. It doesn't look like it gathered anywhere. It is a matte foundation, and usually in the wintertime I do need to moisturize a little bit extra because my nose area gets a little bit dry, which is weird because that's the most oiliest part. So I don't see it gathering anywhere. It doesn't look cakey or anything. My skin is a little bit dry under my nose, but it's not because of the foundation. It's just normal winter. I'm just going to go through my pause system, which is basically the price, application, wear, and shade range. So with the price, it is $15.99. I think it's decent. I mean, it could be cheaper, but I feel like it's definitely worth it for this foundation. I mean, even when you compare to high-end foundations, it does provide the full coverage. It does provide like a matte finish, and it's a pump, it's a glass bottle. I think it's worth the money. At least you're not getting a plastic bottle for 15 bucks, and then along with that you're not getting a pump, and you know, like that would be a different situation, but you're getting all of the stuff that you basically look for in a foundation. So I don't mind the price. As far as the application, I didn't notice a big difference between the sponge or the brush. And again, the sponge that I used was my Maybelline complexion sponge, I think it's called, or yeah, I think it's the Maybelline complexion sponge. And the brush I used was the BS Small Face Flat Kabuki brush. As far as the wear time, like I said, it wore pretty well. It's comfortable. Even if it faded in certain spots, it faded very gracefully. It's not like I'm just missing a bunch on my nose, or like this side is just totally gone or anything like that. The foundation didn't oxidize. I didn't notice any oxidization. A lot of foundations where you put it on and it's so light and then it starts to get orange, or it's like 3 shades darker than when you first put it on. But that's one thing I could say about the foundation, that it didn't oxidize. Like, it's the same color that it was when I first put it on. And that takes me into my next scoring my scoring category, which is the shade range. That's the S in the pause, if you guys haven't figured it out. And the shade range is absolutely amazing. It was a collaboration with Alyssa Ashley, which is another YouTuber. She's very well known, and if you don't know of her, please go check her out on YouTube or Instagram. She has amazing pictures. She seems like a nice person, and she has great makeup. And this was such a great collaboration because they came out with 45 shades. And also just the formula, everything matches up to what I'm looking for in a foundation. And this very well may be my fave foundation, or my holy grail foundation, especially for the winter, the summer, whatever season. That basically concludes my foundation review. I really like this foundation, and I would definitely recommend it if you guys want to go pick it up at your nearest Ulta, Walmart. I haven't seen it at my Walmart. I bought this at Ulta, and they might have it at Target, but Ulta is probably your best bet. So I would definitely recommend this and definitely keep using this. I'm probably going to use it through the winter months, and probably you might see this in almost every video coming up, or any tutorials that I upload, you'll probably see this foundation. But that concludes my foundation review for today. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Foundation Friday video, and let me know down below if you guys picked up this foundation, or if you are looking forward to picking up this foundation, and let me know what kind of results you have or what kind of skin you have. Please comment down below so we can kind of talk about it, because I love talking about different people's results. Makeup wears differently on everyone, regardless of your skin type, skin color, whatever. Like, even if you have oily skin as well, just like me, this might wear differently on you. So I'd like to hear about other people's opinions or their results with certain products, and this is something that I'm really a fan of. I love foundations because it's one of my favorite products, to be honest, to just be able to experiment with different foundation brands, foundation shades. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Foundation Friday video. Please like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for more of my videos, and hit that bell down below. It's right next to the subscribe button so you can get updates on when I upload. Check out my social media handles, because I've been recently uploading a lot on my Instagram as well as my Facebook makeup page. So definitely check those out, and see you guys next time. Bye!